unicorn doll, a mini Miss Smith, and Ken dressed as Mr. Squishy? Watch our new video to see how Troom Troom's best and brightest turned into dolls. Edna is having some guests over for tea. All of a sudden, she gets a call from an unknown number. After answering, Edna falls under the spell of an evil genie. She's been zombified. What'll happen next? Here comes Mr. Squishy, the happiest ice cream in the world. Mr. Squishy doesn't hang out with people often, since he can't really sit down. You won't have to suffer long, mister. Using her zombie eyes, Edna transforms Mr. Squishy into a doll. Cut the shape of Mr. Squishy out of foam rubber, making it about the size of a doll and leaving an opening for the head. Cut it into 2 parts. Make an opening in one of them. Glue in a side strip of foam rubber with armholes, and glue the second side of the costume. Cover the foam rubber with felt details and decorate it with rhinestones and beads. Put the foam rubber costume onto the doll. Poor Mr. Squishy! Now he'll be a doll forever! But Squishy refuses to surrender. Somehow he manages to get up. Now he's trying to get to the evil phone. Knock knock! Our next guest is here. It's dear Miss Smith. Hi, Miss Little Smith. Cut the bangs and ponytail off an LOL doll. Cover her hair with brown polymer clay. Trim off the excess. Use an awl to make a part in her hair. Make the rest of the clay look like hair all over her head. Attach a small clay pigtail. Use a needle to make thin strands. Bake the doll for 10 to 15 minutes at 210 degrees to finish off her hair. Cover the lower part of the doll with black polymer clay. Make pants. Smooth out the top layer. Attach a rectangle of white clay to her torso. Make a blouse. And make Miss Smith's iconic blazer out of pink clay. Glue on clay lapels. Use a needle to make it look like the blazer has pockets. Create a fabric-like texture. Make a button out of white clay. Also make details on the pants. Bake the doll at 210 degrees for another 15 minutes, and then for another 5 to 10 minutes, increasing the temperature to 230 degrees. Put shoes on the doll. Accentuate her eyes with acrylic paint. Add eyeshadow. Change her eye color. Define eyebrows. Add highlights on her eyes. Paint her lips and draw her mole. Paint over the details on her clothes. Coat her eyes with clear polish. Make glasses out of some wire. Use the handle of a brush as a base. Coat the glasses with black paint. In order to make lenses, dip the glasses in clear polish and let them dry horizontally. Put the glasses on the doll. Edna places the doll version of Miss Smith close to Mr. Squishy. Not a bad start to a doll society. Now there's 2 dolls. That means we can double our efforts and reach the phone so we can break the curse. Come on, Miss Smith, help Squishy. Unicorn dropped by Edna's studio to say hi. She's asking the famous tailor to fix her costume. Bad idea! Edna's bewitched eyes can't see straight. Her gaze instantly turns Unicorn into plastic. Color stretchy terry cloth fabric with highlighters. To make the transition smoother, blend the colors by drawing one over the other. Dilute the highlighter marks with water. Trace a doll on paper. Cut out the costume template. Transfer the pattern onto the fabric. Be sure to leave an allowance around the edge for the seams. Sew the onesie together from the reverse side. Turn it right side out. Attach an oval tummy made out of the white fabric. Cut out 2 pieces for the hood and sew them together. Then sew them to the costume. Use a pink foam rubber sheet to make ears, a tail, and a mane. Glue them onto the costume. Make a horn out of light clay. Color it with acrylic paint and glue it onto the hood. Use acrylic paint to fix her makeup. Edna's doll collection has a new member. Unicorn, meet your new friends! Suddenly, Edna gets some dust in her eye. She accidentally looked at herself in the mirror without her glasses. Zombie karma! Edna turns into a doll. Cut the ponytails off an LOL doll. Wrap her hair with light black clay. Make a bob with bangs. Use an awl to make the hair textured. Line her eyes with black acrylic paint and her lips with pink. Roll light clay out into a strip. Even out the edges and make a skirt for the doll. Make a top out of light clay too. Draw on shoes for her with black acrylic paint. Twist thin wire into glasses. Cover the middle of the dress with clear polish. Now who's going to free us from our doll-sized curse? Miss Gonzalez comes to visit. What's going on? A doll party? Where are all the people? The dolls try to explain what happened to Miss Gonzalez. Miss Smith points to the phone. Gotcha! But as soon as Miss Gonzalez touches the zombie phone, the curse comes back. But without Edna's powerful gaze, it's only halfway effective. Miss Gonzalez ends up holding a doll version of herself. Wrap a Barbie in saran wrap. Divide 2 strands of hair on the sides. Tie the rest into a ponytail. Wind the strands onto pipe cleaners. Twist them up and dip them into boiling water to make the hair curl. Blow dry the hair and release the curls. Cut the hair to the right length. Use a very thin brush to paint her unibrow. Glue a strip of a white foam rubber sheet into a cylinder. Cut a circle out of white fabric. Sew it along the edges and pull the thread to tighten. Glue the fabric bag into the cylinder to make a chef hat. Trace the doll on paper. Leaving plenty of extra, cut out the template. Cut pants out of dark fabric, following the template. Sew the 2 halves together. Also cut out a belt. Cut a chef shirt out of white fabric. To make the front, cut the pattern in half. Sew the edges and sew the pieces together. Then, sew on 2 rows of buttons. Glue in some Velcro and dress the doll. Miss Gonzalez is thrilled! She's always wanted the Barbie version of herself to be this beautiful. Elegant and tall? Maybe I should try this shade of lipstick on myself, too. The color is great. And I could try some trendier shoes, too. The doll version of Miss Gonzalez is much more stylish than our chef. But we're forgetting something important. The mini-me quickly translates what the dolls are saying and explains what happened. My goodness, what a tragedy! In the meantime, the doll version of Edna is trying hard to break the curse. Just like a real secret agent, she crawls to the phone and throws it to the floor. Done! The phone shattered. The spell was broken, and the dolls turned back into people. What a relief! And after surviving this adventure, everyone gets to go home with a doll souvenir. The resemblance is impressive. Unicorn's doll looks just like her, and Mr. Squishy's doll is just as funny and silly. Even Edna likes her doll. When everyone heads home, Unicorn notices that one doll didn't come to life. What? Hey, Miss Smith, wake up! Phew! Miss Smith slept through the transformation yet again. At least now, everything's back to normal. After going through so much, Edna still feels like she's forgetting something. Or rather, someone. She finally remembers about her friend Mermaid. Of course! Mermaid is the only one without a doll for herself. I'll make one for her. Let's tidy up an old doll. Brush her hair, then condition it and wash it. Cut the clean hair into a bob. Cover the doll with saran wrap. Dissolve red gouache in water and dye her hair. Use a brush for the roots and just dip the rest in the water. Wash the dye out in clean water. Blow dry the hair. Brush it out. Sew a piece of lavender fabric in half. Turn it right side out. Smooth it out to put the seam in the middle. Attach small pieces of Velcro to the ends and gather the middle. Put the top onto the doll. Decorate it with small beads and rhinestones. Trace the doll's legs on shiny fabric. Draw on a tail and flippers. Cut out the 2 main pieces and 4 flippers. Glue the flippers together with their right sides out and attach them to the right side of the tail. Glue the tail together wrong side out and turn it out. Sew elastic into the waistband. Gather the tail along the middle. Glue on extra flippers to tulle. Attach them to the tail. Cut the plastic ring off of a small bottle. Glue ocean-style charms to it. Color shell-shaped beads with acrylic paint. Go over them with gold paint and cover them with clear nail polish. Attach rhinestones and fake pearls on the sides. Put the crown onto the Little Mermaid. Glue rhinestones onto her arms, making them look like scales. Cover her collarbone with clear polish and decorate them with glitter. Edna makes a doll for her friend. The doll version looks just like the real Queen of the Sea. Greetings from the depths of the ocean! Did you like our Troom Troom dolls? Then comment which doll you liked the most. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel and click on the bell so you don't miss new doll transformations from Troom Troom.